In this lesson, I would like to start to talk about how we start to form our render. If we talk about the product that any interior designer must create, well, this is the core of his activity. First of all, let's talk about what actually forms a render. Let's take a look at our plan. These are the steps that we must take, and we can see that the render is the 5th point. So until we get there, we must work on some of those points as well. We will talk about how we technically form a render, but keep in mind that Vray is just a brush, and knowing just the technical part does not give you a good interior design. First of all, a good looking render starts from the sketch. Here lies the health of project success and render as well. And the worst part is that a lot of people try to skip too early this stage. Yes, it's a great stage. We start on a paper or an AutoCAD, although I do suggest that you start on a paper as well. You must feel the space and the proportion, the pleasant proportion you are trying to obtain. This is your job as an interior designer. You might ask why we are not learning the Vray settings and we don't start right away to create our interiors. Why all those who start interior design don't reach that commercial level, as I said, the level where client is ready to pay for your work. They want to do that in 5 minutes or very fast at least, and Vray settings won't help you design. Professional design is about layers and proportion. Everything is about layers and proportion. First of all, a good design means a clean work. And to work clean, you must be patient and develop plans. Yes, plans of what you are designing, interior plans. Until you will not create plans, working real plans, you will not start to create professional design. That's why a good render starts not with the settings. Yes, they are important, it starts with the sketch. We started to apply proportion when we set our render ratio, 2000 by 1000 pixels. This is one of the first, most simple ways to apply proportion. Next, we must create our sketch. It actually determines how our space will look, and that ratio can change depending what we will render. Refining our sketch and obtaining pleasant interior proportion defines the second step to create a good render. We will have to bring from 2D into 3D our sketch. That's where the model part interferes. Keep in mind, if your sketch is not balanced in 2D, you will not obtain a good 3D. You'll have to learn the interior standards. You'll begin with them. They are the key to refine your sketch and to bring your models to a pleasant view and resulting into a good render. When people hurry and rush this 2D stage, they actually try to get to colors and textures as fast as possible. They feel that only that it's about interior design. Correcting 3D it's a lot harder than correcting 2D, especially if we talk about furniture parts like kitchen, for example, and not only. The next step, it's the gray stage. Be patient and give time to that stage. It will save you a lot of time. This is the base on which your future renders will be formed. Next, we add lights. Here starts our main interaction with Vray. Here we start our settings and so-called real interior design interesting phase. These are the brushes we must apply. We will talk about them as we proceed with our course, but keep in mind you need a clean gray stage. Only then those brushes will bring you a good render. We have the materials also critical for realism, and finally our Vray render settings. I would like to start to explain that from scratch, step by step, so we understand all those brushes. In the next lesson I will start to explain how our render technically is formed.